Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the Western Bulldogs first Fremantle game, going through who went well and who didn't go so well. So before we get into this video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the video. So as you can see here, Bontempelli 116, the top four Western Bulldogs. Bad last quarter, but it seems like he's gotten over that hoodoo of not scoring well, as he's just doing pretty well at the moment, it looks like. 116 is absolutely huge. We'll tick over the 1 million mark. Treloar is another guy that I'm possibly looking into. We'll have to see with how his pricing is, but I think he is very, very viable, as he's going 110 at the moment, and for a guy that's going to be sitting at initially that M6 role, I think a 110 average here on out is probably good. I could look at Macrae, but I don't know exactly with Macrae what's going on. If we look at forwards and 3-round average, Macrae is 107. He did have an 83. If we look at 5-round average, you got Macrae at 110. So 6 games in this run, and he's scored well in 5 of them. So, and you've also got him playing Collingwood next week, which is a tough game. Have they played Collingwood yet this year? No, they have not. But then after that, he's got Sydney, where he should be able to score well. Essendon, so I think I will wait a week with Macrae and probably go for a Treloar this week, as Macrae can fill that hole next week once he gets through that Collingwood game. But then again, they might just kick it round the back for the Collingwood game, getting heaps of points, heaps of fantasy points. English 108. Good enough, honestly. Yes, he got beaten out by Darcy, but not many times Darcy's going to beat him out, to be honest. As I don't think he got many. It was all tackles, basically. I think it was 10 tackles or something ridiculous. Yeah, he only had 10 disposals. So if he was up with his usual 20 odd disposals, this would have been a huge 160 game. But just didn't get the disposals or the marks that we're used to seeing when he goes big. But it was good enough, to be honest. Then you have Libba 97. I think Treloar is the better option, even with a hamstring. But I think, so I think I might actually go Macrae now, thinking about the Treloar hamstring. Dale 96. I don't think that's good enough for top 6 defender, so I wouldn't be going for him. Ugle-Hagan, key forward. Daniel finally slowed down. Williams, Norton, Lobb. Was Daniel? Yeah, it was just bad from the start. Smith has been shocking this year. Keith Poulter had a decent run, but in the end, 42 wasn't enough to hit his break even. And then there wasn't much else to talk about. I mean, O'Donnell did get past his break even, so I'll watch that, but I don't think he's a good enough scorer to be able to pick him at the moment yet, but he could be just a good guy to get, as he's probably going to be the lowest in terms of price to be able to grab for the game for this week if you want a massive upgrade. Sarong 134 is just out of my price range at this point at the moment, which kind of sucks, as he went huge and would love to have him. Darcy went huge, but I just don't rate him week in, week out, honestly. Cox, if we look at Darcy yes, he had an injury, but if we look at last 5 rounds, should help even it out a little bit. Still 89. He had obviously a 34, an 82, a 91, a 115. He hasn't really been on a good run, and that was his biggest score, and only his second 100 since round 6. So it was probably the better option to go with Darcy almost for the first 6 rounds and then swap to Marshall. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, give or take. as Marshall did go 159 in the round 7. Then you got Henry again. I don't know what to think about this, as he's gone 116 and had he's going to go up massively, but I don't know whether this is like a role change or something that's causing this, but he is having a lot of disposals. So I'll have to probably look into this more, but I think there's a lot of red flags with that. Brayshaw got up to 102, so a disappointing last quarter to get to only 102, but got the ton in the end, I guess, and that's good enough. Walters, Clark, Schultz, Ryan 88, so him and Young sort of again failing. Young will drop probably to 715k or so, I reckon. And that's just falling, and hopefully Himmelberg goes above 80, because if Himmelberg goes above 80 and Doherty goes above 95, I've won the trades for the round, basically. Aish, Walker, Tracy, Amos, Pierce, Hughes, Fife, I think he's done an injury. From memory, I don't think this was load related at all. I think this was an injury, and that's just really bad. And also for anyone who still had Luke Jackson, I finally got that game to prove that he wasn't the one to go for, as he really struggled without the hitouts, as Darcy took more of the hitouts, just to I think him dominating in the ruck and English not being as physical as most other ruckmen. Jackson just couldn't get into the game at all and really struggled because of it. And yeah, Bulldogs ended up kicking really accurately to win the game. And yeah, that was a pretty good game for me, having only Bont and Brayshaw, I believe, as well as Johnson here. I almost forgot to talk about him. 87 was pretty huge from him as well. 27-21, 27-12. Just good cash gen, and he'll probably go up to, I reckon, 520 or so K, which will be really good. So that's basically the video. Another short one, as there isn't really much to talk about with these ones, and I do need to get the videos out to you guys before the games actually start, or at least some of these videos out, as it probably will do better. But anyway, that's the video, and I'll see you guys in the next set of game recaps tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.